And we are back with another episode of Shapes.io. I have it's only been a few minutes since the last time I played, but we're gonna hop right back in. So what do we got to do this time? We have got to get some of these. So what I'm actually gonna do is I'm actually gonna hijack off this line. I know in the last video I said, "Oh, you shouldn't hijack off your own lines," but what you gonna do about it? That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna hijack. So if I just put it like so, combine the two together, bingo, bango, that's it. We just now are throttled by this, so let's just add another one of these. Where can we add another? We could probably add another here. And I think if I actually put a like that, should be right as well. Where else can we put one? We have the tunnels, so we have the technology to do some more interesting things. So split, and we want to break. I don't know which side is going to be which here. We got to rotate this one, and we can use the tunnel. This is the first time I'm using the tunnel. If that can come to here and rejoin there, we spin that around. We're listening to the Factorial, the FTL soundtrack again, by the way. Okay, we have the color mixer. I finished the first level with the color mixer on my first playthrough, so I'm pretty much back to where I was again. Let's have a look at the upgrades and see what we need. Yeah, we might as well leave them going, see, now, because that's going to keep giving us a ton of these blocks, and we can upgrade our extractors. I'd like to upgrade the belts as well, and I think this is actually like this is the next level. So I finished this one, and the next one is the blue squares, but we got to make some red circles. So I'm actually going to come up to a new area, and we'll bring it down then into this section. So let's get some red block or some circles first of all. So to color things, we have this, and this took me a minute to get at first, but you got to put the color in on this side and the shape in on this side. So for this situation, there's the shape in, and now we need to get some colors in. And I'm thinking, how do we get the shapes in here but like keep it fairly compact? I think we take the output and move it as far out of the way as we can, and that ought to give us a little bit more breathing room for this sort of thing. So let's get some red color. We'll split this one here, bring that down, bring that down. But now we need to split it again for the next line and have that come to here. I think this is gonna work, you know. Let's place this is fairly compact. We're just gonna have to put splitters along here, and then tunnels coming under the whole thing, and join all these together. Will that work? I think it will. Why is nothing going? We need to put some splitters along here. This is compact, you know. This is a pretty cool design, if it works, that is. So what's happening here is that we have a line coming straight all the way down, and then that branches off for each painter. What's the painter thing called? Yeah, it is called a painter. What else would it be called, I suppose? And it feeds a little bit of red into each painter. We've also got a line of circles coming down on this side, and that also feeds off into the painters. Each time it paints, it sends the output under a tunnel. The reason for the tunnel is so that we have room to mess with this red line, and it brings it back to the main output line. So everything joins up into this line. And we can just then bring this all the way down and in. And I wonder, will this be fully producing? It looks like all the painters are going. We are not quite fully compressing. We're not even close to fully compressing the belt. We could probably double the amount of these painters. So we will. We're not getting enough red paint in. So we can fix that by adding a couple more extractors. We should be coming in at some rate now. Let's work towards this belt. So let's put bottom half circles in while this red is finishing up. So to do that, something's backing up here. Oh, it's just that this belt does not produce enough. Or like the belt's not fast enough. So what we'll do here instead of merging that is that we will just run 2 belts into the finish. Okay, let's make some bottom circles. As I said, we have more than enough full circles, so let's use... No, we're not going to use that. We're going to make some more bottom circles on our own. 1, 2, 3, 4. See if we can upgrade the belts. We won't need to... Like, this won't be fully compressed, because we're being throttled by the speed of the belt on this. So we want to get that as quick as we can. Oh, well, there's a level anyway. The level finished. We have unlocked a counterclockwise rotator. That's actually perfect for what we want to do here. That is perfect. So we want to bring this, and we want to rotate these. These want to be rotated. Which we need bottom half. Yeah, so that's the wrong way. So to flip this around, if we press T, and for this we want to press T again and place that there. And that should give us bottom half, and this should give us bottom half as well. We can merge them together and run it out. Run it into the home base. I don't know what you call it. I'm calling it home base. Okay, so we're back. I have finished making this. The end of it is a little bit messy, but I just want to point out something interesting that I've noted. Obviously, if we have one full belt of these coming through, we're not going to get one full belt of these, because we're getting twice as many, because it's half of the shape. Each of these halves it and effectively doubles the space it takes on the conveyor belts. So what I've realized I need to do in this situation is actually run 2 belts into the output until we get the belts upgraded. So we can't actually double this without already having it doubled, if that makes sense. But when it does double, we can compact it down into 1 belt. So there is a huge benefit to doing this, because as you can see, we're already running out of space. But we're going to upgrade the extractor because, hey, why not? We're already at that. And look, we're already producing these. So we are getting some amount of input already. So we need blue half squares. So I'm thinking we find squares and we find blue that are close to each other up here maybe. Looks pretty good to me. So we're going to copy what we had down here, and then we're going to do something similar to what we have down here. And I'll come right back with that. I'll come back with this section of it done first. Okay, so for this one, I'm actually doing it slightly different to how I did with this one. And I'm bringing the blue in from the other side. But then I'm going to bring the blue in under here. Like so. Then we've got our outputs all along here. all of this can go onto one line and just have this come straight down, and we have a lot of blue squares coming through. However, we can double the speed of something down here. Actually, there's nothing at the moment that we're throttled by the belt speed, but if we turn this on, you can see just how much faster the belt speed is. So we could actually put all these, we can get rid of this line now, and get rid of this and just put it all back onto the one belt. So now we have freed up another spot for more objects to come into. So that's why you want to upgrade the belt speed, essentially. So we have the blue squares. We need to chop them in half and rotate one half. So we'll do something like this, chop them in half. This side will be fine, and then we'll have to rotate one side twice. So let me come back with half of that. I'll come back with half of that done. Okay, so I'm thinking if I have something like this, with just all these splitters feeding into more cutters, we can just flip every second one of these twice, and then what we have to do is join everything up together. So we can put these all in along the line here, and then every second one will join like so. I'm hoping this is gonna work. We give it one of these, then that, and each of these splitters will feed into that half. Then we've got to just fill in the gaps, and we should see a full line coming in to here. Let's bring it across this way and down into there. And that might be a fully compacted line. It looks like it is going to be a fully compacted line. So here we can see that we are actually being throttled by the belt speed, like we did before. We've got 1, 2, 3 of these. Split it there and just bring in another line. Whoops. And hopefully that first line will still be, or hopefully it's not fully compressed, because that means I didn't take enough stress off of it. If we put it on this side, why not just add like 1, and then that'll, I think if I put it like this, it's just going to keep distributing it between them all. Yeah, there we go. So we've probably doubled the, not doubled, but multiplied the output by maybe 1.5 by just doing that simple fix, and you can see just how quick they're coming into here then. Let's just have a quick look at what we're going to unlock and what we're going to be doing in the next one. The mixer has been unlocked. Combine 2 colors using additive blending with this building. And I think it shows the colors here. So blue and red makes the kind of pink magenta type color. So yeah, that's what we got to make in the next episode. We got to make pink circles, and that's what we got to make for the tier upgrade for the belts. So that's all good. That's exactly what I want to see. That's going to be the end of this video. Thanks for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed, and we'll be back and playing more of this game in later episodes. Thanks for watching.